US struggle worth it in 2024? Let's do a reality check. Is moving to the US in 2024 worth it for Indians, especially working professional and master student? We are not just talking surface level finances, but the real nitty gritty of careers, cultural clashes, and life choices. I know the decision to move to the US is complex, filled with both dreams and anxieties. So let's unpack the reality, compare the struggles, and empower you to make an informed choice. Hi everyone, I'm Priya from It's Okay Yaar and welcome back to our channel. And if you're new today, It's Okay Yaar is a content platform for South Asian immigrants and we aim to educate, entertain and empower them. So let's start this discussion with this. Is a 30 lakh salary in India comparable to a 100k salary in the US? First off, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. India is booming, the economy is growing and opportunities are expanding. And the familiar comfort of your home is a powerful draw. Earning a salary of 30 lakhs in India might not sound like a fortune compared to the US, but it offers a comfortable life, family support and cultural familiarity. Remember, happiness isn't just measured in dollars, is it? The Indian market is doing great, but the competition is fierce. We are a populated country. Growth translates into opportunities, but so does hustle. So while a 30 lakh salary offers comfort, career progression might be slower depending upon the field you are in. So here's an exercise that you need to do. Research your field in India and answer this question. Are you happy with your growth trajectory? Now, let's look at the American dream. Let's talk about the allure of the US. A 100k salary sounds amazing because it's close to 84 lakhs a year. But the cost of living in the US, especially in major cities, is no joke. Factor in rent, healthcare, transportation, and then that 100k is not going to feel that magical. The struggle is real, friends. The job market is vast, but so is the competition. And I don't want to get started on the visa challenges. It is insane. There's always an invisible sword on your neck that is ready to cut short your career and life in the US. I want to make this absolutely clear. Those aren't ready to navigate the US immigration system should think twice about moving here. Now here's an exercise you need to do. Research your field in the US. Are your skills in demand? Can you handle the cultural nuances and the potential visa complexities that come with it? Now let's discuss some more information that a lot of people conveniently leave out when comparing the US life to India. While the cost of living in the US may seem daunting, here's a shocker. Saving is often easier in the US. You can easily save 10 to 20 lakhs INR even on a 100k salary if your objective is saving. There are fewer societal pressure, there are planned communities and efficient systems that can help you save more cash. But this requires discipline, and if you have a kid, then 100k is not going to work for you in any major city. You cannot save 10 lakhs on a 30 lakh salary in India unless you already own a home and have no other major loans, etc. Now, something to consider. If you don't have any financial pressure and are doing really well in India with a good career, a big package, then you might not like US as much because no matter what anyone says, it will require you to put in a lot of work up front. Now I've shared two scenarios so far, making 30 lakh salary in India versus 100k in America. How your life may look in India with this salary versus how your life may look in the US and the additional struggle that you may need to endure. Wait, I'm not done yet. I'm going to further share some tools that will help make this decision process slightly easier because you shouldn't be making life-altering decisions by watching a couple of YouTube videos. Now, look at these tools for decision making. Salary comparison websites. Compare net salaries after taxes in different locations. Look up some industry reports. Research job growth and hiring trends in your field for both the countries. LinkedIn groups. Connect with South Asian professionals in the US and India to get first-hand insights. Now let's talk about the people who are thinking about moving here for a master's degree. For students, the equation shifts. A US master's degree can definitely open doors, but the debt and visa hurdles can be daunting. You need to weigh the academic prestige and the career prospect against the financial burden and potential relocation challenges. And don't get us started on transitioning from a student visa like F1 to an H1B visa. With the current job market, it is a daunting experience to find sponsors, creating further challenges. So you must be wondering, should you even come to the US for your master's in 2024? That is definitely a topic for another day. However, I'm not trying to discourage you from moving to the US. I'm giving you all the scenarios so that you can make an informed decision. If you watched this video so far, hit that like and subscribe button. Now, let's paint you some pictures on what life would look like on each of these different life stages. 20s and ambitious. In your 20s, the US might offer you faster career growth and exposure to diverse work cultures. The initial struggle could be worth it in the long term, but be prepared for the hustle and potential loneliness. Let's do this exercise. Consider you are in your 20s and you're ambitious. Here's how your life may look like in the US versus in India. In India, think about the Mumbai masala. Imagine yourself a 25-year-old software engineer in Mumbai. You are hustling, living with roommates, and the energy is electric. The job market is hot, but the competition is fierce. You're craving global exposure, but the visa hurdles loom. Now think about the Silicon Valley startup scenario. Picture yourself in your 20s, coding in San Francisco. The salary is sweet, but the rent is sky high. You have networking opportunities, but cultural clashes might surprise you. The pressure is real, but they say the growth potential is unmatched. Ask yourself, what kind of life do you prefer more? Now, I want to talk to my fellow 30s and settled. In your 30s, stability might be more important. India's familiar comfort and established network could be valuable. You need to reevaluate your risk tolerance and family support systems before making the leap. So here's an exercise for you. Delhi dreams. Imagine you're 32, a marketing professional in Delhi. You're comfortable, have a family network, and enjoy the familiar chaos. Career progression might be a little bit slower based on the field you are in, but the social support is strong. The comfort zone is tempting, but are you ready for a plateau? Now think of the New York hustle. Imagine yourself in your 30s, established in New York's finance or marketing industry. The salary lets you afford a decent apartment. You're juggling mortgages, childcare, and the constant pressure to perform. You miss family, but the career opportunities are endless. You are surrounded by cultural diversity, great exposure for your kids, and the potential for global career opportunity. This opportunity is tempting, but are you ready for the fast-paced grind? Ask yourself this question, what do you prefer more? While you do this exercise, I now want to discuss living in a tier 2 or tier 3 city in India versus living in a smaller town or a tier 2 city in the US. Now, Indore buzz. Imagine being a 28-year-old graphic designer in Indore. The city is booming and the opportunities might be limited compared to the metros. The cost of living is manageable and your career growth, well, depends upon how you're doing. Of course, you have family by your side, but that comes with its own set of restrictions. Now let's think of the Kansas City charm. Picture yourself in your 20s working in IT in Kansas City. The pace is slower, but the community is tight. Or the community is not there. And affordability is a dream. You may have time for hobbies, but your professional networks might be really hard to build. The pace is tempting, but are you ready for the slower pace? And it's also predominantly white. Now this is just a glimpse. Remember, there is no one size fits all. Your journey will be unique, shaped by your skills and priorities and personality. Before I share the final verdict, I want to share my own story here. Why did I move to the US? What calculations did I make when I was moving here? So I moved here on January 1st, 2017. I was 27, already building a life in Google India when an opportunity to move to the US landed in my lap. Fearless and ambitious, I wasn't afraid to take the leap of faith. Dating my now husband, Darshan, we were ready to navigate long distance and break the news to our families. Though comfortable, I wasn't finding professional fulfillment in my role at Google. My mantra then and now is a good job gives you 3 things: money, learning, and lifestyle. 2 of the 3 ain't bad, but I craved learning at that point. The US role promised all 3. The jackpot I couldn't ignore. I am from Durgapur, so leaving family at 16 to pursue my dreams was the norm, and it surely made me fiercely independent. But convincing Indian parents to let their daughter move abroad unmarried, that was a battle. Darshan and I had open conversations and agreed to give it a shot. My worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, I will come back. A 1-2 year resume boost was the plan. But the visa journey tested my optimism. So my initial L1 blanket visa was rejected in Chennai, followed by an L1 individual visa that was filed, but it came with 2 RFEs. The team in the US held my position for 6 months and their patience was wearing thin. Finally, the visa arrived, and on January 1st, 2017, I landed in Chicago and I hated it. The cold, the darkness, the feeling of not belonging, it all intensified my loneliness. 3 months in, I was determined to leave after a year. But I'm also very curious and a person who loves exploring. As I ventured out, spoke to people and attended events, built some meaningful connections, like things started working in my favor. I pushed myself beyond my comfort zone. I learned and grew in ways India wouldn't have allowed me, but that's my story. Would I do it differently today? Maybe. India's landscape has changed, offering higher salaries and comfort. America has its own set of challenges, but this is something that I have just learned how to accept and navigate it, just the way I had accepted about India and all the challenges that came when I lived there. Now that I share all of this information, my story, different comparison, what is the final verdict? Honestly, it depends upon your priorities, your risk tolerance, and your personal circumstances. Is your goal coming here for a couple of years? Do your research, talk to people who've moved here, and make an informed decision that aligns with your dreams. Every person in this world has different dreams. Some people have always dreamt of working in the US and living some part of their lives here, while some people would want to be a part of the journey that India is on. No one is right, no one is wrong. Analyze your priorities, skills, risk tolerance. Don't just chase the money. Consider career fulfillment, cultural fit, and personal happiness. Be honest with yourself. There's no right or wrong answer here, just the journey that is right for you. Remember, we are here to support you in your journey, no matter where life takes you. Like this video and share your thoughts and comments, and we would love to hear from you. We at It's Okay Yaar are trying to build a community of empowered South Asian immigrants navigating both the struggles and the triumphs. And if things aren't going your way, remember they will eventually turn around, and it's okay yaar. Until next time, stay informed, and if you're moving to the US or planning to move to the US, leave a comment, like, share and subscribe, and see you next time.